This episode of Quit Stalling is brought to you by Jinx.com. To get 10% off of your entire shopping cart, use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout. Did you like the Disney-esque Hearthstone cinematic, so you want a shirt? Want to show your best friend that you'll gladly support their supersonic acrobatic rocket power battle car soccer addiction? Head on over to Jinx.com. Use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 and shop from a wide variety of gamer and geek swag. That's QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout to get 10% off of your entire purchase. Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, that was you. That's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool. Oh man,
we had Tuesday again. That was fast,
dude. It was so fast.
I feel like I just saw you.
I know, right? Like I feel the same way. I totally do. So welcome everyone to the show that will break down your wall, make you rebuild it, and make you pay for it as well. This is, of course, the show that Diego Z thinks will drop to its butt and go. Diego Z is a meme person. For those of you who don't know, we all, the bunch of us met up over at Asia Pop Comicon over the weekend. We'll talk quite a bit more about that in a little bit.
About it later. Hopefully he goes online. Hopefully he watches, because I'm going to
tear him a new one.
Story. Yeah.
He's there.
He
he's there.
A bad bull. Something like
that. He's in the chat. He's in the chat. So,
is he?
Yeah, shout out to Robbie Helado, Diego Z, Justin De La Cruz, and Gab Cuesta for joining us. What's up, guys?
Oh man, you don't even know. He was even mean to us on the second day. You know, we met afterwards. But I'll tell you about it. Tell you about it later. Tell you more about it later.
Yeah, man, I'm hearing a couple of clicks. I don't know if that's my my new setup or not, but
it might be my mouse.
Yeah. So I do have a new microphone. I'm not borrowing my boss's mic anymore.
Go say thanks to him anyway.
Yeah, I always thank him. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. I'm gonna clip all like 4 times that I thanked him, and I'm gonna link it to him. You know, be like, oh, thank you, Derek. Thank you. It's gonna be like a montage of me thanking him. No, but yeah. So
you should also have a montage of like, oh, you know, people never asked me how my week was.
Yes. I will.
We turn things around, and I ask you first. How was your week?
That's my boy. Dude, you really are the chosen one. All right. So my week's been awesome, dude. Since the last show, like I mentioned, we got to hang out at Asia Pop Comicon here in the Philippines. Sorry, I'm being distracted by Diego in the chat, dude. We're glad you're here. Yes. Oh, was that you? Did you say something?
I
heard.
I did not.
Oh, your mic sounds weird.
Are you hearing stuff?
That's yeah. You sound robotic right now.
Oh snap. Can you hear me now?
You sound super robotic for some reason. Guys in the chat, let me know if that's just me or if you guys hear it too. You sound like super like roboto right now. Oh, there you're back. You're okay now.
It might be because my phone is turning on right now, so it might be eating internet. I don't know. My phone's been doing that lately. Like I'll be really laggy when my phone is using the Wi-Fi. So once it turns on, I'll turn it off. Like turn the Wi-Fi off anyway.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know if it's my new if it's my new setup or if it's like I don't know whose end it's coming from.
I think it's me. I think it's me.
I'm a little paranoid, but yeah. So I did get my new microphone. It came as a bundle. I got this little photo from Instagram showing up. I got the headset, I got the little preamp, and the mic. And so far, man, it sounds really great. And I'm liking the whole analog setup. That I have the dials over here and everything. So I'm enjoying that. And oh yeah, the guys in chat saying Juancho sounds fine on the feed. So it's probably just my headset. We'll work on it as things go along. Thank you, Robbie, for letting us know. Yeah,
that's the important thing. That
yeah,
I don't sound weird to them. I don't really care much about you. So
yes, right that you shouldn't. Right that you shouldn't. I'm gonna play some music in the background real quick. But yeah, so Yeah, I had so much fun over the weekend, dude. We got to do, like I said, Asia Pop Comicon. Well, aside from that, what have you been up to, Juancho?
What I've been up to is pretty much what you've been up to, because we hung out.
Well, true.
We went to Asia Pop Comicon. Asia Pop Comicon. So we went to Asia Pop, and it was pretty cool. I got to cosplay, which was sweet. I never get to pull out my wizard robe anymore.
Outside of the bedroom.
But yeah, besides the Asia Pop, since we're going to talk about that later. Oh, my son has been going to music. Oh, he had his first day last week, and after that he had music class, which was really cool. Like, I don't know if it's...
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
it was
super awesome, dude.
Really tiring though. His classes.
Oh, really?
Because he goes to a place called Gymboree.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. And
it's like, pretty much, I consider it as me going to the gym, because afterwards I am tired as hell.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
Like,
that must be exhausting.
They're like so malikot and everything, and then like when he goes around the place, I also have to run towards my camera bag and take a picture if it looks good. That's why most of my pictures lately have been.
You gotta get that Dad of the Year award. You know, like you gotta get those photos when they're fresh.
Yeah, yep. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been really, really fun. I like spending time with my kid. And I think he's musically inclined, because he's like 1.5, but he's like playing drums like a pro. I swear, it's not just me. I think he's good. It's not because I'm his dad or anything. I'm not, no bias, but I think he's really good.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to bring him on the show so he can play drums for everyone at home. No, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
But yeah. So besides that and Asia Pop, that was my week.
Sweet, man, sweet. All right, so let's talk about Asia Pop Comicon, man. I got a couple of photos here from the weekend. It's live up on our Facebook right now, so you guys can check this out. It's mostly Jay, because the only people who've sent me photos are Jay. There's a shot of him with Archer.
I did not take any pictures because we were with Diego and Cheska,
yeah,
and they had they look really, really pro.
Yeah,
so like,
dude, their photos are great.
You're gonna take like some ballin' pictures, but we don't have them yet. I
can't
wait to see them though. Diego, I can't wait to see them.
Their photos are super nice. I've seen through the lens of because I got to hold one of the cameras while I was taking your bee fight video. Yeah, so Juancho and Diego put on some bee suits, kind of like the sumo suits you see people wear online, and they got to bump each other on the belly a couple of times.
I'm at least, I don't know, like 5 inches taller and probably 50 pounds bigger than Diego, but for some reason he was able to knock me on my ass.
Yeah, man. And so it was a best of 3. It was a best of 3 rounds, and you guys went toe to toe, and in the end, you got the better of him. You took the first round. He rallied and went super serious mode, and then caught you by surprise on the second round. And after that, you were like, no way he's gonna humiliate me in front of all of these people.
No, yeah, because he already knocked me on my ass.
Yeah, man, it was. Gotta admit, it was pretty awesome.
That. He just charged at me, man. He was a mad bull. I saw the demon in his eyes.
Yeah, man. When you get Diego riled up, there's no stopping him. There's no stopping him.
Yeah, man, it was fun. It was fun. I want some chips, which is cool.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I'm not sure if it was worth it.
Well,
no, but those chips are really good. Those chips are really good.
Yeah, of course it was worth it, because you got to knock Diego upside the belly a couple of times.
I pushed him. I got knocked on my ass. I don't think it's worth getting knocked on my ass.
Well, let's be honest. He's lucky that you didn't go full force. Let's say that, and because that would have been a horrific sight if you just went all out and wrecked him.
This is a very exciting picture of me and the guys in line.
Yeah. So over at Asia Pop Comicon, Netflix had this huge thing. For those of you in just listening to the audio at home, Netflix had this huge booth, and Jay, Juancho, Mick from GameBite got to line up on day 3 because we all met up. Juancho, Yumi, Diego, Jay, Mick. We all got to meet up on day 2. We had a bunch of fun. We saw a panel or two. And then day 3 is when you guys went back and you were able to hang out more. And you guys looked like you had fun, man. Who is Kira? Like, you got a photo over here, like in front of a board. No spoilers, no spoilers. Yeah, Death Note related.
Yeah, it was
one, right?
fun, and I got to meet Mick from GameBite. It was my first time meeting with him, but you know, we got to hang out. We felt feeling close again.
No, yeah, Mick is a great guy to hang out with. Diego in the chat really says,
nice. Really nice.
Yeah, Diego in the chat says he tried dodging you in the 3rd round. I guess it didn't work.
Dude, if he dodged me, I would have fallen on my face. Then I would be 2 times more mad.
Dude, if he dodged you, he would have dodged like a lot of you. Like there's a lot of you to dodge, is what I'm saying. Like he would have been like.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go? Are you making fun of me? You want to go beef fight right now?
Dude, you are an expert beef fighter, and I would not dare go toe to toe with you.
The main reason we did that was because it was very inspiring because we got to watch a few of our a friend of ours wrestle, and it was amazing.
Oh yeah, the Revo Ranger.
Yeah, the Revo
from the
Ranger.
Philippine Wrestling Revolution promotion. A good friend of ours over here at the show and in real life. Actually, the show
we
is real life.
We haven't been able to prove yet though that they are the same person, but I'm pretty sure
we have not. And I still have not gotten my power back after lending it to him for his finisher. So, Revo Ranger, man, if you're listening,
it's spent, man. It's spent. You don't expect to get your power back.
No,
Did you see
lending?
The kick?
Lending is not giving. Lending is not giving, Juancho. All right,
that's true. He did. It is lend me your power, huh? You are right. You are right.
Exactly. Revo Ranger, man, I know you're listening. Give me back my power. Dude, come on. Stuff ain't cheap. All right. So, Juancho, man, give me your highlights from Asia Pop Comicon. Like, you went 2 days. You went 1 day more than I. And give me some of your highlights.
All right. Honestly, just hanging out with you guys.
You are the sweetest, man. You are the sweetest.
Hanging out with you guys was just the bomb. Like,
I know.
Like most of the time too, we were hanging in front of the court of Victoria.
The court of Victoria.
Court of Victoria booth, and we were just hanging out there, and we were having fun. You know, it's like
it was awesome.
It's not the con that matters. You guys are the con, man.
The con. We are the con man.
That sounds sweet, but you guys are the con man.
No, but yeah, I totally agree. Honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I would have had as much fun at the con. Like, the exhibits were alright, you know, the panels on day 2 weren't as good as I would have hoped. But, you know, like, being there with you guys, the energy, just being able to mess around and geek out, it was pretty awesome, dude. Getting to see people that we know, like, just running into them, you know, that was a great part.
Oh, no, yeah. And it just like shows how small the world is. Oh, the geek. I guess like we all just meet up there. I was like, oh, that's what that one guy. I didn't know Javi was gonna be there, much less be a wrestler.
Oh yeah, I hear Javi wrestles. I completely forgot about that.
But yeah, I did not expect to see him, and the one person I did expect to see was Nick, since he's at these things all the time. Since that's his work.
Yeah. But shout out to Nick Sansalis. He used to actually join us a couple of times on Quitstong. I hope he comes back.
Oh wow, really? Yeah, I hope he does.
All right. Yeah, if you guys are experiencing some lag over in the chat, like I'm really sorry. I don't know why I'm dropping frames. We've been having some issues recently because of the rain here in the country. Like I don't know, like there are times where I'm playing Overwatch and I just feel lag.
Oh no,
for some reason.
Yeah, the internet has been really bad. Even just LTE on my phone. In fact, a friend of mine, Rico, he actually can't go online Final Fantasy right now because some water lines got cut. I'm not sure if you'd be affected by that. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, he's from Quezon area. I'd like to say Quezon area. I'm not sure where Rico lives. I've never been to where he lives, but yeah, he can't go online at all, which really sucks because it was over the weekend. We were supposed to raid and everything, and he couldn't go on.
Dude, that's such a bummer. Yeah,
it might be. Yeah, so you might. I'm not sure. You might be affected too.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a photo up here with you, Mick, and Jay in front of the Stranger Things logo, and I commented on Jay's Instagram, and I was saying, like, if Quit Stalling was to have a 3-man wrestling stable, like this, this would win championships. These 3 would win championships.
We're actually, if you notice our getup.
Oh, let me go.
For
back
some
to
reason, me and Mick are wearing the exact same clothes.
Oh, are you? Oh, you are.
That's why Jay always had to be in the middle, so we looked nice
and balanced. Yeah, you're right. You're so right. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, let's and this shot is where Diego would have made his comment right here. Diego, man, just fat shame. Diego, fat shaming ain't cool, man. Fat shaming ain't cool.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant. Yeah, not cool, Diego. I'm actually just standing behind him. I was supposed
are
to
you just standing
on the bike, but then I got scared.
Yeah, dude. Like, imagine if you had to pay for repairs on that bike.
The bike.
If both you and Jay would get on.
Like, people who are still in line wouldn't get to do it properly. It'd be missing one bike. So yeah, I'm just standing behind him.
Oh man, that's hilarious. You guys, oh man, we had so much fun over the weekend, and oh man, that was awesome. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Justin De La Cruz, who started watching on Twitch. Hey man, hey,
what's up?
Hope you're enjoying. Yeah, all right. So, anything else we should talk about on Asia Pop Comicon? Like, we didn't get to see Gaku's face or Genji.
Oh my brother got something signed though.
Oh, what did he get signed?
He came all the way from Pampanga because he studies Japanese, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he studies Japanese, so he has like his notebook where he studies Japanese with, and he had it signed by a Japanese person. Perfect.
Oh.
So he came all the way from Pampanga to meet Gaku's face, and I told him, I was like, you gotta make him sign I Need Healing, but he didn't want to. Wasted opportunity.
Well, I'm sure like a ton of people asked him to sign or like to write down I Need Healing, like whenever they ask for an autograph. I hope he doesn't get sick of it, because I mean, it's a meme. Like he's kind of known for it now.
Yeah, it sucks we didn't get to see him, like even just outside the booth, like walking around or something.
Yeah.
Then again, I never really liked Genji.
Oh, really? Is that? Are you serious?
I'm a healer main, and it's either I'm on his team. I'm in a team with a Genji, and yeah, I have to follow him around, or I'm getting harassed by one, and I just can't win.
Oh, that's true.
Not a fan of Genji.
Oh man, that's okay. We'll work on that. Maybe if you play with the right Genji, you'll enjoy yourself. Let's see.
Oh no. My friends are good Genjis. They might get mad if I say they're bad Genjis. It's just I do have to go with them.
A real proper Genji would not need healing. They would just find health packs.
Oh, that's true.
Just calling out your friends. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so Asia Pop Comicon, man, super awesome. I got my girlfriend got a print from Art Germ and had it signed like Jay did.
I got a print too.
Oh, you did? Which one did you get?
Invisible Woman.
Nice. The one where she's kind of like.
I got so much flack for that when I got home.
Oh, really? From the girlfriend?
It's like the most risque one.
Yes,
but it's like the one I really want, because I bought super last minute, man. I was like I was really lucky.
Oh so, man, who could blame you?
I stayed third day until the con was closing, and then while it was closing, Jay actually came up to me and told me, "Oh, what? They're selling the Art Germ prints that were on the wall." Because like for the third day, everything was sold out.
Yeah.
Right? So and I was thinking, I was really sad second day actually, since I came home with nothing. So I went back the third day with the mindset of spending money.
Oh,
so I go
always
to
a good mindset.
And then Yeah, so I picked one. It was the Invisible Woman one, and I told myself I just won't show Ira, my girlfriend, when I get home.
Too late.
And I was like, I can't hide it. It's like a giant print. So I showed her, and she got mad at me.
Did she? Okay, so she really like. How did she get mad at you? Was she just like, "Don't you do this again," or like, how?
It was like she was like, "How are we gonna hang that? Who are you gonna show?" I'm like, I don't know. Geek friends.
There's we could put up a frame by the bathroom door. I don't know, like
maybe. What?
It's super risque. Like
yeah.
Do you have it next to you? Like, can we show it on the stream?
Oh no, it's I hid it. I had to hide it.
Let's see if I can find it online while we're talking. All right, so
I
think I found it.
There's like a lot of prints. Like, my biggest. Well, one of my biggest comments about the con, actually, a good comment, is it really felt like a comic con.
Yes,
you know?
Yes.
It was really, really well organized, and a lot of just artists.
Oh, yeah, that's so true.
Art, you know, it's like I expected going into this like just like a few panels, or a few tables with artists signing and drawing stuff, and then like everywhere in the middle. Yeah, that's exactly what I got. I had it signed though, which is pretty cool.
All right, sorry. So you're saying about the panels? I don't mean to distract everyone.
But hey, technically there's no nudity there. You don't see anything. But sometimes that's the worst thing, because you leave it to your imagination, you know? And sometimes your imagination is way worse than the real thing.
And he draws really well, man. Artgerm draws really well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Jay told me. To... Sorry, my girlfriend walked in. But Jay
hi, Ira.
No, and she left already.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I was on the fence about getting it because I wasn't sure. You know, it's way too risque. But then Jay was like, "Oh, Archer's so good, and he's only here for like, you know, when are you ever gonna see him again? When are you gonna get something signed?" And I'm like, "Damn you, temptation!" And
such a bad influence, that guy.
And then he was jealous, though. He was all jealous that he wasn't the one who got it.
He should have gotten one too. Like he spent so much on
one Invisible Woman left.
Oh,
it was only
okay.
One on the wall.
Okay. Oh wait, so they sold the ones on the wall?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was when it was close. You were not paying attention to me, buddy. It's literally you and me talking, and you're not paying attention to me.
I was focused on the fact that you got Invisible Woman.
All right, I see. So you're just thinking about that. All right.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah. And looking for the print.
It's like it was closing day on the third day, and then Jay tells me that Artgerm is selling the prints on the wall. You know, since they're packing up, and then that's why we go to Artgerm, like, and we got our pick of prints, because he was sold out for the third day.
Damn, like, yeah, we wanted to get the Diva one, and we asked if we could get the one on the wall, and obviously they wouldn't give it until the end of the con, because otherwise the wall would just have like gaps in between the prints. Yeah. And it'd be lame. So I kind of wish I went back now, because that print is awesome, and you know, actually all his stuff is awesome. You guys should check him out.
And then like the ink stall, like they went on sale afterwards, which is pretty cool. I got 3 prints for the price of 2, which is sweet.
Nice. See, okay, here's a lesson to all you Asia Pop Comicon goers next year. Go on the 3rd day if you want,
or the
merch,
first day if you want,
or the first day.
If you want something really specific. But
yeah,
on the 3rd day,
exactly.
Yeah.
Cause like, man, we missed out.
Well, we had fun on the 2nd day, man. We had
so much fun. We had so much fun. I can't wait for everyone to see. We're coming up with a Asia Pop Comicon diary video like we did for the Casual Connect Asia trip that me and Diego took. So we hope you guys enjoy that. So yeah, man, like it was so much fun. I'm glad we finally all got together.
Oh, and, that was a big thing for me too. Like, like first time to hang out with the quick stalling people. Now I feel part of the group. You are. You know, man. Now that I have an intro, like I'm part of the intro, and I actually hung out with you guys. I feel like a quick stalling person now.
You are. You have stopped stalling, Juancho. You have stopped stalling. All right. We got a little bit of news that we're going to talk about in just a little bit. Before we talk about, of course, the biggest news of the week, we got Game of Thrones Season 7 finale. We're going to talk about Rick and Morty as well. Because, damn, that episode was... Oh, my God. And you're going to talk a little bit about Death Note, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do it. Let me lower down this bed music real quick. Let me go nice and low. It's time for the news.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone.
It's the news brought to you by Google for all your searching needs.
I found the news on Twitter, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
Brought to you by Twitter.
Brought to you by Twitter and Google for all your pop culture and geek news needs.
Actually, all right, we have like one bit of news for them today, right?
Yeah, we do.
It's the only news that matters. It's such a big deal.
Exactly. It's you know what, Juancho, our long national nightmare is over, and I'm gonna have to ask you to.
Holy spoiler!
Oh no, not that one. I'm gonna have to ask you to
Hug me, brother!
Because they are back. They're not back because they're having a show. They're back because their feud is over, Juancho. Their feud is over.
No.
No, go for it.
No, it's just I'm just looking at it and I got emotional a little bit.
I know.
Because you played the thing. Hug me, brother. And then it's
man.
I actually thought that was the comment on it, like the tag on it.
It is, and it's so cool. So both Drake and Josh posted this photo of them hugging. There have been rumors, especially after Drake posted or tweeted out that he wasn't invited to Josh Peck's wedding, and it got very public for everyone who grew up in the '90s. We were pretty much the only ones affected by it.
Betrayals.
Yeah, we were the only ones affected by this news, and with good reason. Drake and Josh, the guys from Drake and Josh, the TV show, everyone thought they've got to be good friends in real life, right? They're not real brothers, but they've got to be great friends in real life. And
also, this is like their gateway. This is their gateway show to stardom, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's their first taste of stardom. And I expected them to be like bros for life for that, You never forget your roots after all.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure Drake was there. I mean, Josh was there for Drake when he had that car accident that kind of held the TV show up, because Drake had that accident and his face was really messed up after.
Oh wow, really?
And yeah, from what I heard. Oh really? Yeah. From what I heard back then, the whole cast, I'm assuming including Josh, went to him and made sure he was all right after in the hospital. He had to have like cosmetic surgery and everything to get his face back a little bit. So it was crazy. And hearing that, when Josh got married, that Drake wasn't invited, everyone from the '90s was like, "What? No!"
And then Drake did like a really dramatic tweet too, right? Afterwards, like,
yeah.
I guess now we're burning bridges or something like that.
Something like that, and it was rough, I was not expecting it.
I felt like Molang forever, man. After that.
Oh my god.
Forever.
There is no forever. No, but seeing this, I'm kind of glad, because in a world where feuds can't seem to end, I'm looking at you, North Korea and South Korea. No,
I was thinking of Taylor Swift.
And pretty much every other guy she's dated, yeah. So
you went really deep and went North Korea, South Korea, and I was thinking Taylor Swift. No, we're not on the same wavelength there.
No, I was thinking that, and I knew you'd bring it up, so I tried to veer off a little bit. But yeah, like in a world where it's all about like Hollywood feuds and who screwed who and who cheated on who, it's great to see that Drake and Josh were able to reconcile their friendship. And like, look at this. This was at the correct me if I'm wrong, Juancho. This was at the Emmys, or
I'm not sure. I literally just saw the tweet and just retweeted.
Let me look that up. But yeah, like, wait, hold on. I have it in the notes. One second. But yeah, man.
Like everyone's just commenting, brother,
hug me, brother. Yeah, so this was at the MTV Video Music Awards. So that's why Taylor Swift and Kanye were there and whatnot. So it's awesome, dude. I'm so glad this happened.
No, yeah. Yeah, it's the only news that matters, and it's feel-good news.
Yeah, if Keenan and Kel could patch things up.
Get, like, celebrity news that's feel-good, you know? Normally it's either useless or really dramatic.
Yeah, we got Chris Pratt and Anna Faris breaking up recently as well, so, like, it's good to get some good news.
Oh, no.
You know,
yeah, that's true.
It's very heartening.
Did we get to talk about that, Chris Pratt and Anna Faris breaking up?
We didn't.
It's also pretty sad. They were a really sweet couple.
Yeah. Part of me, you know, the cynic in me thinks that, okay, were they super sweet near the end of it with all the, like, public Facebook videos because they were trying to, like, save something? You know what I mean?
I see.
And that's why I didn't talk about it on the show, because I don't want to go into that. It's like...
Okay.
But yeah, so that's probably the best bit of news we can give you guys in terms of pop culture. I'm gonna lower some more music down. Juancho, it's time. It's time we talk about the hard-hitting matters of this week. It's time to go into episode recap.
Holy spoiler alert!
What? Why do you have that? Why do you have that for the last episode?
Because better late than never.
Episodes ago.
Better late than never, Juancho. All right.
All right. So it again. It's so sad. Well,
it's gonna change with every show. It's gonna change with every show that we do episode recap. All right. So.
All right. Okay.
All right. So first things first, man. Game of Thrones. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. This season finale was so good for me. And I sort of share the sentiments that people have been having on how this episode kind of redeemed a lot of the negative points we've been having over the season.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely. It makes up for really bad Winterfell scenes.
So true. True.
It's like, I could still nitpick it and say the Winterfell scenes of the last episode were really bad. Uh-huh. But the scene, like, this week sort of redeems it. Yeah. Like, if you think about it, like, you just go all... I'm not sure if you... Did you say last week, or maybe one of my friends did, when we were talking about the episode 6, that in Winterfell, maybe they're all just playing with Littlefinger, you know?
Yeah, you and I mentioned that on the show. Yeah, that's right.
And
like,
it turns out...
What if?
I guess it turns out they were.
Thank God.
You think?
Thank God.
You know, it's like, who are they playing exactly when they were just talking one-on-one?
Yeah.
They're talking one-on-one, so who are they playing? Just us, the audience. But, you know, no.
Yeah.
But not to nitpick it, that setup was great, man.
Yeah, going back to your point, like, it was pretty much just playing with the audience, making us think, like, okay, this could go either way right now. And I realized that I had the browser show up on while I was searching. It was playing on the. I didn't mean for that to happen, but yeah. So yeah, it was crazy, you know. Like, I guess it was a good mislead for us as the audience. Like, she sent Sansa sent Brienne away from Winterfell, setting up everything. But yeah, that scene with the faces, like. Was that just in case Littlefinger was, like, peeping through the window?
Yeah, I know. Like, they had a bunch of one-on-one scenes. Was that just in case Littlefinger was peeping? I wouldn't put it against them, you know? I'd feel like Littlefinger would be the peeping kind of guy, especially on Sansa, you know?
Yes! Yes, that's so true! He's such a perv! Littlefinger is such a perv.
It, like, super safe, you know?
Yeah, alright.
And, to be honest, like, I felt like it was coming. I felt like Littlefinger had to die this season.
Mm-hmm.
So since it was the last episode of the season, I was like, oh, he has to die this episode. But even though I came into it expecting that, it still blew my mind, you know?
Yeah.
There was still that sort of doubt when I was like, oh no, was Sansa really gonna fall for Littlefinger's tricks?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it sort of built up to like, oh, she really is, you know? And then when it went into the Great Hall, there was so much tension. Because the last time you see the sisters, they were like just they were just really fighting, and they were even talking about killing each other. So when you see them, and then she goes, there are I'm sorry, these charges are brought against you. You're charged with treason and murder. Peter Baelish. I was like, what?
Yeah, dude.
And then Arya does a smirk, and we're like, oh my god, they played the Game of Thrones.
And they played it really well. They played it so well.
Yeah, this is what I thought was missing in the penultimate episode. I always feel like playing the Game of Thrones should be the second to the last episode, but they did it in the last episode. So, in my opinion, this was the best episode of the season.
Oh wow, that's a huge claim, man. That's a huge claim.
Yeah, because I thought the episode 6 was the worst episode of the season.
Ooh, yeah, you talked
again,
about that.
I guess they just put everything here on the 7th episode.
Yeah, and let's talk about this scene a little more. Like, you mentioned, they had that whole turn after setting up like what looked to be Sansa versus Arya, and all of a sudden like having him just revealed to be the one that they're accusing of, and the whole part with Bran talking about how he's, he revealed to Baelish, like, dude, I know what you did. I know what you did to my father.
Oh, yeah.
And our family, pretty much. So it was epic. It was,
and
I mean...
real props to the actor, Aiden... I'm forgetting his name. All I remember is Aiden.
Yeah, I was going to say Aiden as well.
Just because that's my son's name. That's why I really know it. But the way he
Baelish.
acted... The way he acted Littlefinger's end was it was perfect. You really see that the character was pushed to the edge, and you see him break down.
Yeah, Aiden Gillen, sorry. Yeah, you
Aiden
really
Gillen.
see him, like, he starts begging for his life. He's afraid
he pulls out
for
every
once.
trick he could possibly have. He plays pity. He demands, since he is Lord of the Vale, Lord Protector of the Vale, and all that.
Yeah.
You really see him pull out all the cards, and even the I love you cards, Sansa, in desperation. And
it was so weird. I swear to God. Like, he went full Jerry, pretty much. He went full Jerry on us in this scene.
Yeah, the pity was starting to work on me.
Oh my God. No, but yeah, so, talking about the actual death, the Sansa Arya slitting his throat. That was so satisfying. Probably for me, because Ramsay didn't die at the hands of Jon. He died at the hands of his own hounds. This felt satisfying because the people who were wronged by the guy were the ones who actually got to kill him.
Oh, their own Stark siblings,
yeah.
It's poetic. It feels like justice.
It was such a great confrontation as well. You finally get a win on this show.
Technically, this whole season has been a win.
Mm-hmm.
This whole season has been, fan servicey, and that scene might actually be a lot also fan service, but I can't compare it to the books anymore since this is endgame stuff, and we don't know. The books might end up like this,
Yeah.
with the good guys actually winning.
Fingers crossed. If you go by the history of Game of Thrones, they're setting us up for like one of the worst disappointments ever. So there's a lot of fear going into this as well, right?
Yeah.
Going into season 8.
Another reason why I think this episode was just amazing was just all the actors coming together.
Yeah.
These are all like seeing the Hound and Brienne together, the interaction between Jon Snow and Theon, like finally getting closure. Like John just saying, "I can't forgive you for all the I can't forgive you for all the things you've done to my family, but the things I can forgive, like I specifically can forgive, I forgive." So I was like, "Oh, that's such a John thing to say."
It is.
And
it really was. Yeah.
it felt good. Like he called Theon a Stark.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
I was like, oh, that just feels good because I feel like Theon really needed a win.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the dude's gone through like PTSD. Like he's gone through so much, and he's feeling the repercussions, you know. And you know that the guilt is like constantly on his mind, not just with Yara currently. You know, like the guilt that he let down Ned, the guy who raised him, is always gonna be there. And like, no matter how redeeming internally to him saving Sansa was, like what he did to the entire house of Stark is always gonna weigh on him, and it must feel horrible. And it makes me feel like maybe the only way they can redeem him to the point of like pure redemption is if he finds a way to give his life for Yara, so that, you know, it all comes full circle.
Oh no, yeah, that's what scares me now. Actually, since I feel like the character development for Theon is done. This is Theon endgame already. Like he's got his courage back. He actually fought someone. He actually fought someone to get control of the Iron Islanders, and I just love how like having no balls came into his advantage.
Oh my gosh, that's I love how you mention that, but dang, man, like that's so true. Sorry, I'm gonna bring Jay into this call real quick.
All right.
Oh no, that's not how it's supposed to go. Let me focus on my face. But yeah, having no balls really did come into how do I say this? It really did come into.
It was a key part of the fight. So if it wasn't for Ramsay, he wouldn't have won this fight. He would have died, and he would have lost the Iron Island. So thank you, Ramsay, for cutting off his balls.
And you know, like losing, like having to go through that in order to. Oh, we got Jay over. Hey Jay, how you doing, man? Oh no.
What's up, Jay? Have him? Can you hear me?
Do we have him, Jay? Do we have you, Jay?
I see his forehead.
Yeah, I see his forehead as well. I'm hoping he's connected.
That's his picture, right?
Yeah, huh. Alright, well, let's let Jay connect. But, yeah, man, like, Theon, and his...
give you a little fun fact if you want.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Oh, like, while he connects, like, let me just go on with this little fun fact I found out.
Oh, go for it, dude.
Just bring it up. Yeah, so,
go for it.
Do you remember the scene with Bronn and Podrick, where they went out for a beer?
Oh yeah.
Do you know the point of that? Like, what was the point of that? That was like so. It didn't really amount to anything. They like literally just went out for a beer.
Oh, I know where you're getting. I've seen this. I've seen this. But go for it. Go for it.
To blow your mind.
No, but go for it, man. Tell the folks at home.
All right, so the actor of Bronn is the actor for Bronn, and the actor for Cersei, Lena Headey. I forgot Bronn's actor. Would you know?
Dude, I just remember that he used to sing. I'm trying to remember.
All right, but basically, Bronn, the actor for Bronn and the actor for Cersei, they used to date like for a really long time, and then it ended badly. So
yeah, that's true. That's
in
true.
their contracts, it was stipulated that they cannot have a scene together.
And how awkward must that have been, right?
I know. So if you think about it, yeah, they never did have a scene together, and the whole reason why he had to go for a drink with Pod was just so he could avoid Lena Headey.
And like, I was thinking about this. Like, how bad were their fights that they, or how bad was the breakup that they had to go through this? You know?
Yeah, I know. Like, it's like that's like a few seconds of screen time that they had to add in just for the feud. And you know how important like seconds of the show are, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The CGI isn't good enough for that fight.
For which fight? For which fight, Jay? Yeah.
For the actors.
The Lena Headey
Yeah.
Braun fight.
Oh, okay,
What's
okay.
up, Jay?
CGI isn't at that level yet.
I know, man. So Jay, man, welcome on the show. It's glad I'm glad to have you here. Do you have video? Because we're showing your profile picture right now, and I can't bring up your names.
Nah, I don't have it.
Oh, okay. We'll power through. But yeah, so
we'll have to settle for your forehead.
Yeah, we'll have to settle for your beautiful forehead, Jay.
Thank you.
There's
great eyebrows right under it, so you're fine. You know.
But I'm so spoiled though. I got to see you over the weekend, and now all I see is your forehead.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep the mystery like there for you, man. You know.
But yeah, so right now we're talking about the Game of Thrones recap. Is there anything you want to say about the episode, Jay?
Let me gather my thoughts. Like, I'm just gonna chime in when you guys are talking about it. Go for it.
Sure. As you gather your thoughts, you may want to turn your electric fan a little bit away.
Whoops.
No, it's cool. Oh, no, that's not the one. But yeah, Juancho, go on. So we're talking about, how about the scene at the pit, man? So, for those of you listening through just the audio only, we're watching a video of inside the episode, and we're at the scene at the pit. Dude, this was intense, man. The fact that they set up the dialogue setting up to this scene was of Daenerys talking about how they.
Oh, sorry, you go on.
No, yeah, like Daenerys talking about how the pit was pretty much the rise and fall of their empire, and how imprisoning the dragons was just not a good idea, you know?
I was more focused on like just the fact that Podrick, Bronn, and Tyrion were together, and he goes like, "Oh, well, the heroes of the Blackwater finally together." I'm like, "Oh, that's true, huh?"
Oh yeah. That really does float over your head. That goes over your head a little bit.
There's like so many reunions. There was the Hound and the Mountain reunion.
Oh, that was nice.
It was like it was just so close. Like, just come on, fight. Just Clegane Bowl right now. We're in the stadium.
Yeah.
This is good. Just go fight now.
In the
no one has to die. Just fight.
I never had Manning Bowl in the NFL, so Clegane Bowl is the next best thing.
Oh man, Manning Bowl would have been fun, wouldn't it?
Right? Eli versus Peyton.
That would have been cool. But yeah,
I'm
like
not a sports person, so I do not get.
No, that's cool. But yeah, like sadly we didn't get Clegane Bowl yet. They've hinted.
Yeah, but he hints to it. He's like, you know who's coming for you.
Yeah, and it's a super awesome scene. Like they were talking about it inside the episode, and how there are a lot of like little micro scenes within these larger scenes, and it was so awesome seeing that with Sander and Gregor, and like seeing that the mountain was all messed up and red-eyed and pale-skinned, like didn't faze him at all.
I just can't wait for him to full on go He-Man villain. Like when that helmet is gone, he's just gonna look like a He-Man villain, I feel.
Oh, we're talking about the mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, so Juancho, your thoughts on that scene, the whole dragon pit scene, and
like I said, it's like the acting was just, it really just came through. Like I really felt the fear on Lena Headey when the zombie came after her.
Yeah. Oh,
like
not that.
You don't see her scared ever, because she's always playing the cold, the Ice Queen type of character.
Yeah, yeah, so that's right.
But the way she showed fear in that like split second was like, I believed it. I believed that she was scared of this zombie thing.
Yeah, and still was not enough. It was not enough to turn this ridiculously smart person into a, like, she's still in it for the win, and doesn't realize that if she goes after,
she's playing the Game of Thrones, man, and that actually, like the whole scheme with Euron, that's something I did not expect. Like,
that was awesome.
I really thought Euron was just gonna hightail it and leave, but it was
that was a great
part of the.
I don't think it was legit though. Like I think she was saying to Jamie that you honestly think Euron would do that, and I think what she's implying is, like, that's probably what he did. He was probably lying. I don't think there was a real plan.
I felt like there was a plan.
Yeah, there's got to be a plan because where's all that Tyrell
there was a lot of
Iron
setup
Bank
for
money
the Golden Company
going.
and all that jazz.
Yeah, exactly.
And like, do you like? I really don't think like that Tyrion would be able to convince Cersei to actually switch sides. So I feel like that was planned from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like the whole I'm gonna walk out on it and come back.
That's right. Oh man,
and,
sorry.
That's what I missed in Game of Thrones. Just playing the Game of Thrones.
No, but what was the thing with Tyrion at the end though? Like when our OTP, when our ship sailed, like what was the thing outside the door?
When he was being creepy.
Yeah, when he was being a creep.
Honestly,
sure
at first I thought that was Jorah.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God! Don't look, Jorah. Just look away.
He did give a look though when Jon like said that Daenerys was his queen. Like Jorah made a look. He was like, "Oh, I'm out. I'm out of the game. This is
Super friend zone. Super friend zone.
I think Jorah was like, shit. Even I'd be in love with Jon Snow. I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it was a scene where, for me, I think Tyrion has seen a lot of what happens with Dany, and Jon outside of the council room. Seeing how with Dany, just agreeing to things Jon would say and turning to him, seeing how that complicated the matter when she already had a council, including Tyrion and. Sorry, who else was in that council? Varys, and seeing how they were just pretty much swept aside for Jon Snow's opinions, I think he knows that this union is going to make that a little bit of a problem, especially with critical decisions,
There's actually two ways to think about it. It's
Go
either,
for it.
Tyrion is being it's either Tyrion is being selfish or selfless.
Or
with the look.
Or did he make a deal with Cersei?
There's that.
That's interesting.
I
That's an interesting thought.
I doubt that. I think I don't know. But then that'd be a giant twist. But yeah, like what I was thinking was it's either Tyrion is scared because it's either he's scared because the selfish scared is he's scared that he's losing his position. Like,
yeah. That's a
Daenerys is already starting to not listen to him, right?
Yeah.
But he just goes with Jon with the whole, okay, I'll ride with you. And then now they're gonna sleep together. You just know that she's gonna start listening to Jon more. So he could be like scared for losing his power. Or he could be scared because the selfless kind of scared is he could be scared because Jon apparently makes Dany do crazy things.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, and he's scared of losing his queen. Like, it's like because of Jon, they lost the dragon. Daenerys went over the wall, beyond the wall. I mean, because of Jon, he's taking the boat instead of the safe way of just flying there.
That's true.
Daenerys is taking risks for Jon.
No, but yeah, well, yeah, you're right.
That's one of the two ways I see it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree, and it's something that's going to be interesting to see unfold in season 8, and to see the consequences that'll come out of it. Because, in all honesty, this is uncharted territory for all of them. Tyrion's.
This is a new interaction. This was set up to a new drama for the next season.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I don't understand how 6 episodes will be enough. It's not.
Well, they'll do a lot of the whole,
though, right?
Yeah,
no, I'm worried they're gonna compress everything a little too much.
Well, everything's compressed. Like this season, really felt compressed, and
yeah, but I feel it's gonna get worse.
Well, at least we get episodes.
Yeah, True.
Yeah, and yeah, the interesting dynamic of how this affects their war with the Night King. You know, what kind of decisions will be affected? Because it's not always going to be a political decision now. It's a lot of decisions that involve fighting an undead army, and that's completely different from
an opponent you can't reason with, can't treat with. You can't Game of Thrones.
It's kind of unfair. It's an unfair fight, to be honest, because you have Night King, and now he cross-classed into Dragon Rider, so now he's Night King Dragon Rider. That's 3 job classes, man.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I don't understand why they couldn't show a few scenes of him burning the land. I mean, he's on Dragon now. There's no reason for him to be slow, and you see people teleporting all over the place with a dragon.
Dude, they're gonna one up it next season. It's gonna be Night King Dragon Rider Mage.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be his new
Necromancer.
name. Yeah. There. I don't think that you have enough levels across class that much, Juancho.
Oh my gosh. All right, so let's get into the final scene of the episode. Probably one of the more shocking scenes, but a scene that I personally should have seen coming. Because I always thought, you know, I always just thought that they'd fight them in the north and not let them go through the wall. But I
always thought they'd sidestep the wall.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Really?
I was expecting the dragon to freeze the water beside it.
Yeah, freeze the water beside the thing, or the water's just frozen beside Eastwatch, and then just go around it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, because winter is there. But yeah, this is very. That scene was just
if you notice
so powerful.
The intro to Game of Thrones, Eastwatch, the water beside Eastwatch is frozen, compared to compared to other seasons.
Oh, that's interesting.
They actually pointed it out,
cool.
so that's what everyone is expecting.
That's
awesome. They have to nerf that cone of cold though. That's just too strong.
God damn it. Yeah, so
it was fire though, right? It was blue fire.
No,
it was blue fire. Yeah.
My theory is it's ice. It's freeze breath.
It's confirmed blue fire.
It was confirmed blue fire.
Yeah. It's
homebrew, Herald. It's ice.
No, you know what? You're both wrong. It was burst of steam. No, you get it.
Gosh.
Damn it.
All right. So yeah,
I wanted to bring up a few scenes up though. Like I want to talk about the Theon scene with John. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You aren't just a Greyjoy. You're a Stark.
Yeah.
Oh man, the feels. Look at his face.
It really felt like he needed to like that really got to him too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally
He's
really
like a great actor. I think the best actors in the show are Theon and Cersei.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I really love the nut kicking though. It was like it's built up seasons. Seasons have been built up just for that scene. When he gets kicked in the nards and then nothing happens. So it's like, oh, there it is. We've been waiting for this.
It's because of that. It's because of having no balls that he was able to take control of the Iron Islands. I actually brought that up a while ago.
That broke immersion for me. You know, like that broke immersion for me. No matter how little you have down there, that is still your body, and you are still getting kicked, sir. That will still hurt.
Nothing is. I mean. I guess it's gonna feel like getting punched in the arm, but I honestly have no idea.
You get punched in the arm and you still go ah, you know, like that was unrealistic for me.
Yeah, but you won't fold, right?
How would you know? Do you have no ball? Do you have cut off balls? For all you know, when you cut off someone's balls, you break all the nerve endings there, and you actually don't feel anything.
Maybe.
That's
or
true.
you can just keep it in a pouch and keep punching it, so the guy still feels it.
Okay, real quick, guys. Shout out to Typical Tragical in the Twitch chat and Control Alt Delusional. Control Alt Delusional says Jon Snow always wanted to ride a dragon, but that's so true, so true. He finally got his wish. Finally got his wish.
I have a proposition for the showrunners, by the way. Since we found out,
I'm sure they're listening.
Yeah, I mean,
somehow they will.
Sup, D&D?
They will find out. No, it's not D&D. Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I'm mixing it up. I'm excited. We found out that Jon Snow's last name couldn't possibly be Snow because he was born in Dorne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which means that his last name is Sand, right?
Sand. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should bury You Know Nothing Jon Snow. And turn it into you Understand Nothing Jon Sand.
Aha! Haha! Yeah.
I don't get it.
All right.
I don't get it.
Because you know nothing, Jon Snow. You have to keep the pattern, right?
The rhyme.
Yeah. You understand
Okay.
nothing, Jon Sand.
Okay.
I'm
I was thinking of something deep.
Yeah, I'm gonna call that a line drive to left field. Still hit. All right,
Line
so
in the sand. Line in the sand.
all right, so let's wrap up our Game of Thrones
No
talk.
further.
Yeah,
I actually have one last thing. Just
go for it.
there was a scene. There was a scene in the show that in my opinion, was the best scene of the season.
Yeah,
And
go for it.
Was it when our ship sailed? When our one true pair?
No, not that. It was a different pair actually. The scene between Cersei and Jaime.
Yes.
Because I'm a total Jaime fanboy. Like in the books, Jaime is just such a great character in the books. And that's what I always like. I really try not to, but I always compare the book Jaime to Jaime in the show. And spoiler warning, I guess. Yes, super spoiler warning. But Jaime in the books breaks up with Cersei, like really early on.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he just totally abandoned Cersei. Do you know when Jaime was talking to Edmure? During the siege in Turan?
Yeah.
Around that time, they were already broken up. Like he already abandoned Cersei because she's like crazy and all that, and he's really trying to be a great knight. And
good night to you too, Juancho.
And it's like, you know, when Cersei had to do the walk of shame and she has a trial and all that, she actually sends a message to Jaime, and Jaime just straight up ignores it.
Ooh, snap.
Okay, so I always thought, like, during the whole
shoulder.
season, right? This whole season, I'm like, Jaime, what are you doing? Why are you so with Cersei? You know?
Yeah.
And unless you didn't, and if you noticed, this was the episode that they broke up.
Yeah, I see it.
This was the episode he left Cersei, and I just thought that for once, the show actually did something better than the books.
Ooh, so you're saying this is the first time they've done it better?
Yeah, the show was better than the books. Like, I felt, and how I felt anyway, because in the books, Jaime just straight up abandoned Cersei. Here, you really feel the weight of what Jaime is going through. Jaime has a son now with Cersei. Jaime has a son with Cersei, and Cersei is like, she's gonna announce that it's Jaime's. This is what Jaime has wanted all his life, you know, like just to be with the woman he loves, to die by the woman he loves, and heck, and it won't even be a secret, and he'll have a son that he can call his son. It's imagine all these things Jaime is leaving for his honor. Yeah, you know, he's got a lot of honor. He's abandoning all that because of his honor, because he made a promise, and that just shows how much of a 180 Jaime's character has gone through. Because he's really trying to be a great knight. You know, he's trying to live up to. He wants to be able to write something in the book, in the White Book. That's like the biggest thing in the books.
Oh, really?
His page is empty. His page is empty, and he wants to fill it. And now that he's lost his fighting art, he can't fill it with great
his
fights,
own handwriting.
With his sword arm. So now he has to fill it with deeds he's going to do. And now that, like, the scene of when he left Cersei was just, I feel it. I feel like he's going to do great things now.
So Tocho.
Super interesting, yeah.
Joe.
Yes.
He said yes to Cho-Cho. It's gonna stick.
No.
So
I'm not the only one who has Cho. You can't expect Herald to answer.
Speaking of promises, Cho-Cho.
Yes.
Fan theory time. Is he the prince that was promised?
That's actually one of the. I really think he's the prince that was promised.
I'm gonna have to mute my mic in a bit, so I'm just gonna ask you to go for it. Like, I want to hear about that.
Oh wow, no, it's just the prince that was promised has to kill the woman he loves in order to make Lightbringer to end Long Night. And honestly, the person most set up to do that is Jamie.
Yeah.
There's already another prophecy of Cersei dying to the little brother.
Yes.
And imagine how much sacrifice it would be for Jamie to kill the woman he loves and his unborn child.
But that's why that's where the soul for the sword is gonna come from, I think. But some people are saying that it might be Danny. It might be John. John might be the prince that was promised.
Yeah, that's the consensus, that he is the prince that was promised.
I don't think so.
But that's the easy.
That's a cop out. That's a cop out for sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you want to look for the Prince of the Promise elsewhere. I like the game theory.
That's why it's gonna be Jorah, man. That's why.
Jorah is the Prince that was promised.
I'm rooting for him. It's gonna be him, man.
No, definitely. Yeah, Jorah is. He needs to win too.
He does. He really does. But that means he's gonna end. That means he's gonna end up killing Danny, though.
Oh.
All right, guys.
Time moves quickly.
So we're gonna have to wrap this up, guys, because we still got a little bit to talk about. But no, I'm saying keep going, but we're gonna wrap it up soon.
Okay, last. What if it's Tormund? Brienne's gonna die if it's Tormund.
Tormund. Are they even alive? Is Tormund and Beric
alive?
Right?
I know, right? Because
dude, they are.
If ever it's off screen.
It's too easy.
Yeah, I know. That's the only reason why I think they're alive is because they didn't kill him last episode. That's the only reason why I think they're alive. Any other scenario, I think if you have an ice zombie riding a zombie dragon and bringing his entire zombie army, and you're on top of a 50-story wall and you fall, I think you're dead.
I don't think they fell.
Oh. Didn't they?
I don't think they did. I think someone fell and they pulled an Indiana Jones. They steps ahead, and everyone else just fell down.
Oh, okay. I guess if they're on the wall that's still standing, then yeah, they're probably alive. They just run along the wall. I guess. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, they just can't die just because they didn't die last episode. The last episode.
But the death in this episode was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, that was actually the first thing you talked about.
Well, I was late, so that's all I'm gonna say.
You're gonna have to tune in to be able to know what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay. You have to yeah. That's one watching.
Come on, all right, guys. I do that. I listen to the show especially when I'm not there. Come on.
It's I can't listen to my own voice. It's weird.
I love the sound of my own voice. That's why I have to listen to every podcast to edit, quote unquote. I have to do it. All right, but yeah, guys. So here's the thing. Season 8 is gonna start shooting. I think is gonna start shooting in October. There's gonna be a lot of editing that needs to be done because of how heavy the CGI has to be with all the White Walkers and the dragons involved. So there's a chance we're not gonna get it till late 2018, 2019.
Yep.
I'm hoping we're gonna get it at the end of 2018, so that the promotional material could say winter is here, and everyone's just gonna go nuts and buy merch. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna buy merch whenever it shows up.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be winter.
Cho-Cho, I have a theory.
So don't call me that. What?
I have my own theory.
Alright, go ahead.
At the end of the show, Sam Tarly is gonna be old and writing this, or he's gonna be writing the book, right?
And
it's gonna be Son of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
Son. and then someone's gonna be like, "Yo, bro, it needs to be better. Add a G in there." So it becomes Song of Ice and Fire.
There was foreshadowing for that, since he actually talked to a maester and he goes like, "Oh, it has to be more poetic."
Right?
When he's writing the book. You never know. Like that.
Yeah, I think
it's full of Lord of the Rings on us.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Son of Ice and Fire, and then someone's gonna be like, "Hey, man, I don't like it."
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna add the G for Gilly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she'll just walk up and be like, "It'll sound better with a G," and he'll just be like, "Ain't nothing but a G." All right, we've talked enough. we've talked enough about Game of Thrones. We've talked enough about Game of Thrones. Let me lower the.
It is the last time we're gonna be able to talk about it, though. It's kind of sad.
For another 2 years.
Oh, maybe next show we could do like a recap of the entire season, like what we thought was the best and worst part. Of the season.
That sounds good. That sounds good. We're gonna do that. We're definitely gonna do that. All right. So, in other news, guys, we've oh man, we're actually over an hour and 11 minutes already, but we're gonna go through this real quick. Rick and Morty.
On just Game of Thrones? Oh, okay.
All right, Juancho. We had a impactful episode of Rick and Morty. Typical Rick and Morty adventure, but very impactful nonetheless.
I kind of wish we saw more of the pre-adventure.
I know.
I am behind, so I'm gonna take off my earphones and grab my charger.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, man.
So, Juancho, man, we had an episode where Rick and Morty go into the spa, the intergalactic spa, to unwind after nearly dying. And we got this, man. They had their toxins removed in the episode, and dude, this is again typical Rick and Morty, deeper than you might think as the episode unfolds.
I'm sure. Like I haven't rewatched it as much, but I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of deeper meanings in the episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, it's like normally I would like I've rewatched it a bunch, but the Game of Thrones episode was too crazy that I focused more on the Game of Thrones this week.
Yeah, yeah, you and everyone else, right? Like it's so true.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so this episode was just it did not disappoint. It really didn't. I like the theme that they're building, like with all the episodes now. That the one enemy, the real enemy, is always Rick.
Oh yeah, that's
it's always
so
been
true.
a version of Rick. Like when has it been not a version of Rick? Literally every episode. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Like the first episode, it was like the Legion, or what do you call it? The Council of Ricks were the enemy, technically.
Yeah. Yeah.
The second episode is himself, I guess, because it's Pickle Rick. That was the Pickle Rick episode, right?
Pickle Rick.
Okay, maybe that one. Maybe that one's a stretch. I don't have anything from that one.
No. Psychologically, it was him because he wouldn't have run into all his problems. Yeah. Exactly.
The third episode was it Vindicators?
Yes, the third one was Vindicators.
So it was Drunk Rick.
Yeah.
It was Drunk Rick who was the bad guy.
Yeah.
And is this episode 4, or what was the episode before this?
4 was what's it called? Not the whirly one. The one with.
Oh no, it was the whirly dirly.
No. Episode 5 was whirly dirly. That was last week.
Oh. Well, what is episode 4?
Wait, 4. Wait.
I'm checking.
No. Okay, so 4 is Vindicators. 3 is. Oh man, I'm getting lost. 3 was Pickle Rick.
Oh no. 1 was the break from the. He broke out of the jail. 2 was Rick Mancing the Stone, the alternate universe. The Mad Max episode. Okay,
the Mad Max episode. Yeah. So okay, maybe not so much.
Okay, I guess I was pulling on string. Like I had nothing there, but there is a version of Rick in every episode. There's like we have when he was stupid and drugged in the Whirly Durly episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And
there's always a version of Rick.
Yeah, and going back to this real quick, the scene and the whole dynamic between Morty and everyone around him, pretty much that knew him already. toxicity less Morty, or toxinless Morty, as bright a figure as he was still not the best version of Morty. You know, it kind of proves that even though you remove a lot of what we ourselves deem as like the bad parts of ourselves, it still doesn't make us good people. You know, you still have to keep working on yourself, and you still have to make yourself learn. You still have to learn from the bad sides of yourself and the mistakes you make. And
and the way Brick put it too I thought was genius. Like, the toxins, what we deem toxins, is subjective. So sometimes we don't know that maybe the bad part of ourselves isn't actually the bad part.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like for Morty, his conscience was what he thought was the bad part of himself. So that's why we had conscience-less Morty in this episode.
Yeah.
Who turned out to be like just a master of Wall Street, I guess. If you think about it, maybe conscienceless Morty is evil Morty.
Ooh,
right?
That's interesting. That's interesting.
You know, like you give a conscienceless Morty 2 weeks or 3 weeks by himself, and he becomes like what? The top of Wall Street? What happens if you give him like a year? You know?
Yeah, he'll run for president.
It's already been built up that Morty is starting to learn all the sci-fi stuff Rick is doing, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe that conscienceless Morty is evil Morty. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, conscienceless Morty is pretty much, you know, give him a year, he'll build the wall and make the make the people down south pay for it. You know, like it boggles the mind how different people could be without, you know, what they deem as their own toxicity, their own negative side. And again, this show just goes so deep. Juancho, we lost your video. The show just goes so deep.
Sorry.
And you know, with every episode, I just appreciate it more. And I can't believe that Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland have been given the keys to a show like this. And you know, not 10 years ago, they wouldn't be able to have a show like this out in the world.
Oh yeah, and this was finally confirmation that Rick loves Morty. This episode.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
he finally
true.
said it. He just thinks that it's the toxic part of him.
Yeah, he just thinks it's a bad thing. Yeah, it's a weakness.
He admits it, that he actually loves Morty.
Yeah, so damn.
That's the biggest takeaway from this episode.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, so Rick and Morty, again, doing great things this season. I can't wait to see more. Hope to get more. Yeah. Elgin in the chat. Sorry, I didn't notice this. He was saying raising a zombie dragon commands an inexhaustible undead army. Lots of ice powers. Man, it's straight out of Blizzard's playbook. Actually, talking about the Night King and the parallels to the Lich King, A Song of Ice and Fire's first book, A Game of Thrones, I think, was written in 1997, a year before Warcraft came out. So, if anything... Yeah, if anything, the guys from Blizzard...
Game of Thrones was first.
Yeah, if anything, the guys from Blizzard took inspiration from the guys over at Blizzard, and... Oh, no, sorry. If anything, the guys over at Blizzard took inspiration from George R.R. Martin's work, and they did a good job of adapting it very well. You know, I'm a fan of Blizzard. It's no secret, and, you know, like... They do a great job of taking existing things and making it their own. They took the FPS genre, they took the MMO genre, they took the real-time strategy genre, and just made it their own and just wrecked face. So,
all right, buddy, this isn't Game Bite. Save it for tomorrow.
Welcome to Game Bite. No, but seriously though, like, it's amazing how people who are good at their craft. Because we're talking about Rick and Morty, and we're talking about D.V. Weiss and David Benioff. You know, the people who are good at their craft can take inspiration from literature and from any type of media source and just make it their own. And it, you know, again, I've said this like a dozen or so times past the point where it's insightful. We live in such a good era that we're privileged to enjoy these things. You know, we're privileged to be able to enjoy these things free form, sometimes at the cost of piracy. But but it's just amazing, and I can't believe we live in this world right now. Do we want to talk about Death Note, or do we want to save it for next week?
Yeah, we could just save it for next week, man. We are running a little late.
Yeah, we're now at 20 in.
And I haven't seen it yet. Oh no.
Yeah, okay, perfect. We'll save it for next week.
Right.
I'm gonna lower down this bed music real quick. I'm gonna lower it down, nice and slow, nice and low, and I'm gonna ask. Hold on, wait for it. I'm gonna ask Juancho.
Ciao.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask Juancho, dude, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on the Quit Stalling podcast?
Well, you can check out my Twitter, which is @SaldanaJuancho.
Woo!
That's pretty much it. Maybe I should share my Facebook too, but then it's pretty much just pictures of my kid.
Oh, ain't that adorable? No, dude,
If
yeah.
you're looking for slice of life, follow him.
Yes, if you're looking for a little slice of life, follow Juancho over on Facebook. Jay, man, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on the Quit Stalling podcast?
I'm usually on the Twitter. You know the Twitter?
The Quit Stalling Twitter.
I've heard of that with birds.
Yeah, with birds. Up in the tree. No, and here I am just going off again. Okay, so I'm usually on Twitter with my handle JNEating89 if you want to hear stuff about comics, TV, movies, football sometimes. Season's about to start. Yeah, Twitter. And right now, every time it's comics on the Quit Stalling Twitter, that's me. So make sure you follow us at Quit Stalling US. Yeah.
All right. So real quick, I want to acknowledge the guys over the chat. Control Out Delusional on Twitch says he wants to see more of Evil Morty. Yeah, man, Evil Morty is an interesting character. I hope we get to see more of that.
It's actually confirmed that he's coming back.
Sweet.
Yeah,
I
they
can't wait.
interviewed they interviewed the creators, and he was like, "Oh no, it's just that they're really thinking of a way to bring him back. Like there has to be grand."
Yeah, most definitely. All right. Elgin in the chat says, but isn't the whole zombie dragon fairly recent and only on the show so far? I'm not sure if you're referring to Game of Thrones specifically, but Juancho, has there been a zombie dragon in the books? Not yet, right?
No, but there has been an ice dragon it's one of George R.R. Martin's other works. It's not set in the Song of Ice and Fire universe, but it really feels like it is.
It might be. That's what the
He actually
people
says
are
it
saying.
isn't.
Yeah.
There's actually a really cool theory behind all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but basically the dragon dies and turns into a pool of water, and then that's where they built Winterfell. That's the theory. You can search it up. I could go on with it then.
Weird.
The ice dragon is also mentioned in the books because that's how because there's a constellation in Westeros that's called the Ice Dragon, and I think to get to some places they follow the tail of the Ice Dragon or the head. So it's
I've never heard of that one.
It's pretty much there. That's
okay.
All right.
Unless the site I've read has just messed with me. Yeah.
All right, awesome. And if you want to find out more about me, I forgot that's what we're doing right now. If you want to find out more about me, I'm at Herald Plays on social media, on Instagram, on Twitter. I have a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, so follow me there. I'm also on GameBite on Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. here in the Philippines. That's 6:30 a.m. in California. So if you're getting ready for school, if you're getting ready for work, tune in, you might want to have us on your phone running while you're commuting. So yeah, check that out. If you want to find out more about Quit Stalling, all our links are over at www.quitstalling.us or quitstalling.us. If you're watching us live right now, you're probably watching us live through our Twitch, which is twitch.tv/quitstalling. You're maybe watching us on Facebook Live, facebook.com/quitstallingus, or over on YouTube, bit.ly/quitstalling or bit.ly/quitstalling live with a capital Q and a capital S. Let's see, what else? We're also on Twitter, as Jay mentioned, at QuitStallingUs. Follow us over there. You'll see all the updates to the shows. You'll see Jay talk about comics. You'll see me post
if
about...
If it's games, it's Herald and Easy and Juancho. We alternate.
Yeah, and if you see anything about the show, it's pretty much just me begging you to watch all our shows. Please watch our shows. We're also on YouTube. All our videos are up there, video on demand. Also on Twitch as well. If you want to see the uncensored versions, they are up on Twitch because we have to censor a couple of things on YouTube for what's it called? Copyright infringement. So I have to blur out a couple of images. So head on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/quitstalling, or on YouTube, bit.ly/quitstalling YouTube. Or actually just bit.ly/quitstalling with a capital Q and a capital S. We're on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/quitstalling, where all our podcasts go up. We're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on Google Play, we're on iHeartRadio, Play.fm. Like and subscribe. Leave us a 5-star review. Do whatever you can to let the world know that we exist. Please, please, please. We need as many of you guys giving us reviews and likes as possible.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
And
tell PLD
and have banter with us over.
Yes,
over
exactly.
The social media.
Let us know how much you love
That's actually
Jay's
like
photos.
my favorite part. Whenever people comment and we have
Right?
to
Yeah.
react. Yeah.
The
Yeah, most definitely. Tell us how much you like Jay's photos from Asia Pop Comicon. We're gonna talk
And
about
mixed photos.
and mixed photos. We're gonna talk about Harlem in the after show. So stay tuned for that if you want to talk about that. So, guys, we're gonna have to let you go. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Get off your butt and quit stalling. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Woo.
This episode of Quit Stalling is brought... I'm just